let's get ready to paint a canvas. So you're gonna get your area set up. I have covered my area with a tablecloth. You are going to need just a cup with water in it from the tap. You're gonna rinse your brushes in here. I have a stack of paper towels. This is for drying my brush. I have brushes out. I have quite a few. I don't know what all you have, but if you have the ones that came in your box, plus whatever other things you might have, just get some random brushes out. You should have 2 canvases. This is going to be the one where we use your name. And so you should also have a blue sticker. I'm going down, you can't see me. Mine hasn't been cut out yet, but you should have a sticker that has your name on it. So you're going to need that. You have a bag and it says acrylic paint, so you're gonna need your tubs of acrylic paints. Your paints are in little tubs with lids, and so you can set them out however you want to. I'm actually using a paint tray. We're gonna start with, oh, I almost spilled it, purple, blue, pink, and white, okay? So I'm gonna give you a little bit of time to get ready, get yourself all set up. You'll also notice I'm wearing an apron, so you wanna put on something that you don't mind getting paint on. So get ready, and then we'll get started on our painting. Okay, to get started, I have a pretty big brush with my paper towel. Now my brush is wet because I just pulled it out of the sink. What I want to do is make sure that brush is dry. I don't want to put a wet brush in my acrylic paints, okay? So I'm nice and dry. I've got my colors here, and I am going to do a little bit of what might be called abstract or just random on my canvas. I'm gonna start with purple, and I am just going to take the purple and make big brush strokes. I'm really not doing anything specific. I'm just kind of playing with the paint because this is gonna be a background for where my letters go. Okay, I'm gonna get some white and mix in. Look, the white will change the value of the paint. That value means you make it lighter or darker. So if you add white to the purple, it makes it lighter. All right, now you can do one of 2 things. You can dip directly into the blue and mix it in with the purple. I actually like the look of that. Or you can rinse your brush and do it separate. I can do the same thing with pink. So now I'm sticking my big brush in the pink. And see how it will just blend? That's why I chose these colors. I chose purple, blue, and pink because they are all going to mix well together, and then white will mix with anything, okay? So I can actually now take my pink and I'm gonna put that on there. I'm just putting paint on my canvas in different spots. I'm not really worrying too much about where it goes. Now, at any point you want to, you can rinse your brush. And so I'm gonna bring my cup over here so you can see. These great big brushes like to hold paint. And so I don't wanna be mean to my brush, but I do wanna make sure I really get in there and swish it so that when I put my paintbrush on my paper towel, if I've rinsed it really well, I won't see any paint come off on the paper towel. So make sure you rinse and dry your brush really well. All right, I'm gonna pick this back up. So I'm gonna go back into that blue because I like that color and I like the way it mixed with the purple. You might tell from my earrings and also from my apron, purple and blue are 2 of my very favorite colors, but I actually happen to like lots and lots of colors. So again, I'm not really doing anything except for having fun mixing these colors and seeing how they look on my canvas. I am making sure that I cover the whole entire canvas because that part's fun. And I don't really want any white. All right, so it looks like this right now. I'm gonna take now some of that pink. I'm just putting some random things on, like so. I like the way it looks. And again, just add color where you wanna have color. Make a really neat background. A lot of this is actually gonna get covered and you'll see how that's gonna happen in just a minute. And there I splattered some white on. Now, I'm gonna drop my brush into the rinse water. That paint on my hands, it will wash off of my skin. It just doesn't wash off of my clothes. So you gotta be real careful with that. I'm gonna shut the camera off for just a minute because I'm gonna let this dry. Now I like to get a blow dryer. So if you wanna ask your grown-up who is available, if you can borrow the blow dryer, if you have one in your house, it's a good way to get it done a little bit faster. But if you don't have a blow dryer, one other way is to just go set it out in the sunshine. So if you are at home and you wanna just set it like outside, probably 15 minutes in the sunshine. Hold on, I'm going down again. If you're using, you have reach it. A blow dryer, then I like to put my blow dryer on high and blow dry it pretty quickly. So you don't want to watch me blow dry it. So I'm going to shut the camera off and I'll be right back. Okay, now I am all the way dry, and I really do want to make sure it is all the way dry. Mine's pretty hot because I did use the blow dryer. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to get the sheet that has your name on it. Mine says Nora. I'm not Nora, I'm Miss Melanie, but I have a friend with a little girl named Nora, and so I'm going to make mine for that little girl. What you want to do is you want to very carefully, and I'm going to have to put my glasses on for this, you want to peel the letters out. So with your name in the stickers, you're going to peel each individual letter out. Then you're going to take the sticker and you're going to put it in the middle of your canvas. And then when I put it down, so there is the N, I want to make sure I use my finger. I'm making sure there's no wrinkles and there's no air bubbles in that. And so then I'm going to move on. Here's my O. You can start on yours. I want to make sure if it's a letter that has a middle, I want to pop that middle out. Here we go. Okay, so now I've got the O, and I did mine upside down because I forgot that I had put that upside down. So you can actually, it is not too hard to remove that. So here we go. I am going to bounce my letters either up and down, or I might go diagonal, but put your name down, use your thumb or your finger, and really push and get those letters on there, okay? And then we'll be back and ready for the next step. Okay, I've got the name on my canvas and I'm ready to go. And what we're gonna do next is gonna feel really weird, but you have to trust me. So wherever your name is, just again, make sure your fingers go down over the top of it. And then you are going to take a pencil. I'm actually going to use a Sharpie because I don't have a pencil. No, I do have a pencil. I need to be more prepared. So I'm going to take my pencil, I'm going to put my glasses on, and I am going to make like a cloud kind of bubble. Can you see that? See how I'm doing that? I'm just going to make a cloud kind of bubble around the outside of that. Okay, so I've got Nora, or whatever your name is in the middle. I'm gonna get a smaller brush, not a teeny tiny one, but maybe one about medium sized, no water, and I have gotten the black paint out. So if you can see right here, I have the black paint. I promise you this will be cute, but it does feel weird. So I'm gonna take this brush, I'm going to outline right now where I have made that bubble. So that's the very first thing I do, is just get the black on my paint. It is okay if I go outside the line, because honestly, the pencil was just a guide. So outline, woohoo, I dropped it. It's hard to paint upside down. I don't know if you've ever tried it, but it's a little bit hard. This helps too, because you can actually see my bubble just a little bit better. So I'm going around, and I'm almost done. Going right here, up and around. Okay, so I've made my outline, and now's where it gets a little bit weird. I'm gonna paint right over my letters. This is why I wanna make sure there's no air bubbles, because I don't want the paint to go underneath my letters. This whole entire bubble that I just made is going to get filled in, like so. I think I have a little bit of an air bubble. If I need to, I can fix that, but it probably won't hurt it too much. I could see it when I was painting it at the top of my R. So once I get this all the way painted, you're gonna go back and do the same thing. If you used a blow dryer, you're gonna blow dry it. Make sure it's all filled in. I'm gonna leave the black brush laying here while I get the blow dryer. Black is super hard to get out of a brush, and so I can rinse it in my big thing of water, but I'm gonna have to rinse. The reason I'm gonna do the blow dryer before I put it in water though, is if I need another coat, I don't wanna have to wash the brush and then wash it again. So I get the blow dryer. I'm just gonna do a little section. Okay. So as it starts to get dry, what I'm looking for is like little spots. So I had a spot right there where it wasn't completely covered. And so I wanna make sure, and I wanna do a second coat of paint. Make sure it's spread out nice and thin, and then just check and make sure that it's all the way covered once you're fully blow dried. So I'm gonna fully blow dry mine, and then I'll be back. You blow dry yours. Okay, I am completely blow dried. My black is dry. What I'm gonna do is use my fingernail, and I am going to very carefully grab a hold of those letters, and I'm just gonna peel the stickers. There we go, see that? N-O-R-A. Okay, so I have peeled those. Now, you have other colors that you can use if you want to, but I'm gonna stick with the same 3 colors because I like the way it looks, and I'm gonna show you a couple of things. So now that this is done, I actually have, it's such a weird glare, but there's a white right here. White or pink or blue or whatever color you want. I think that I will go with the pink. I'm gonna dip the end of my brush in the pink, and I am gonna go right on top of the edge of my letter, and I'm gonna go dot, dot, dot. Let me bring that closer. See how I put those cute little dots on there? I'm gonna do some of those kind of things to make it a little bit fancier. So I can play with my name that I put on here to make it cute by using those little dots. I find that I can get about 3 dots at a time, and then I've got to dip for more paint. Now I'm over here at my end. All right, so one way to add some little fancy details is to do something like that with the dots. Now, another way, I'm gonna put this brush, see, I didn't use the brush, I used the tip. I'm just gonna drop the end of it in there where it's wet. You have a brand new pencil that came with your kit. Don't always like to use a brand new pencil. You're gonna wanna wash it really good, but you can take the pencil, not the writing part, but the tip. I'm gonna dip that in the purple to start with, and I am gonna make, see that cute purple polka dot? I'm gonna make some random purple polka dots right there on top of the black. Then I'm gonna grab my paper towel. I'm gonna wipe off the eraser really well of that purple. So I'm going like this, purple's gone. And now I can go in and maybe I wanna use some blue. And so I dip, and with the not the toothbrush, with the pencil, I can get usually 1 dot, and then I need to stick it back in to make a better dot. Okay, next thing you wanna do is you should have a little kit, or in your kit somewhere, you should have some buttons and beads and jewels, and then you just need some kind of regular glue. So I just have Elmer's glue, and now I can look through those. I don't want to use them all because there's other stuff we can use it from, but let's just say that right here, I'll put a dot of glue. Hey kiddos, the phone rang right in the middle of that. What I was showing you was that you can take, like I went ahead and took the glue and I put a flower here. Now if I let go, because the glue is wet, it's gonna slide down the canvas. So I need to keep it flat. I like to do this kind of thing where I take the little, I've got the flower button. I'm gonna dig in here and I can, ooh, that was cute. I'm gonna find a jewel. Actually, I'm gonna dump these. So if you have a place to dump it that nobody cares about, just dump it, it's easier. I am going to, let's see, what color? Ooh, purple, I like the purple. All right, so I actually put, oops, stuck my finger in that, put a purple jewel right in the middle. Now that glue right now is wet, and so I wanna let it dry. I just put my hand in a polka dot that was wet, so I can actually, that's actually a really good opportunity to show you something. I'm just gonna dab that off where I made the little boo-boo. I'm gonna get a paintbrush. This is the nice thing about acrylic paint. You just paint right over it. And so now my little boo-boo is gone. So that's really nice. Now, last thing, once I get whatever buttons and jewels I want on there, you should have some glitter. Mine is in a tub. What I do, I'm not in a tub, mine's in a squeeze bottle. This has to be dry before you put any glue on, or glitter on. So you can put your brush right in there. Me, I have to squeeze. So I squeeze some of the glitter into my palette, and then I can just get a brush and I can like make just my letters glittery and just brush it right on. So wherever you want glitter on your cute little name canvas, and then we're done. I hope you had fun. If you think about it,